Hello, movers and shapers. Thank you so much for joining me for my overview of my programs. I'm also Lynette Shepard. Let's start there. I'm Lynette Shepard with Movers and Shapers Wellness Solutions. And it was time for me to redo my overview. You know, the programs evolve, I evolve. I look at my old stuff and I'm like, that's so outdated. So I just wanted to do something new. I don't like PowerPointing people to death or reading PowerPoints. But in all the trainings I've been in, I prefer PowerPoints because then I can take screenshots, right? If I want to remember it. So I've done a PowerPoint and I'm going to zip through this. I'm a fast talker, but it helps me to stay on track, cover everything I want to cover, and it gives you an opportunity to take screenshots so you have some valuable information and are able to reference it later. So with that being said, I am going to pull up my PowerPoint. And then I'll get into the official presentation. But I just want to say hi and thanks for joining. I'm so happy you're here. All right, here we go. And I've been doing this for years and I still can't figure out how to do this seamlessly. So let's figure it out here. We'll do the PowerPoint. We're going to share the screen. I'm going to start from beginning. From beginning. And there we are. Wonderful. So the nice thing is too, is I shrink and you get to see the information. I might pop back in here and there, like maybe at the end to say thanks, but for now, this is what we're gonna go through. Let me move my little bar so I'm not, doesn't block anything. That should be fine. So here at Movers and Shapers, my goal is to empower people to get healthy, feel better, look better, realistically. Easy, change is never always easy, but with easy, realistic tools and simple and easy cooking too. You got to follow my YouTube. I'll talk about that in a second, but let's move on. Okay, if I can get my little PowerPoint to work. Oh, please, come on. I shouldn't have to do that. All right, there I am. And that's how I am a lot of times. I'm pretty excitable. I get very excited about nutrition and wellness. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my background so you know where I'm coming from, so you can trust me. Because you know what, if you don't believe me and trust me, there's not going to be any relationship here. And nothing I say is going to make any difference to you. And my goal is to make a difference. So many, many years ago, I mean, I've always been interested in health and nutrition, even reading vitamin books, honestly, when I was 18 years old. 40 some years ago, no, 22 years ago, I had a baby, my third. I was 40 years old. I had gestational diabetes, so I had to test my blood sugars. What did I find? I found that by eating in a way that regulated blood sugars, I only ended up gaining 25 pounds and I had a 9-pound baby. So this worked, but I didn't understand how it worked in relating to body composition and fitness. They didn't explain that. It was just all about regulating blood sugar so I wouldn't have to go on insulin. So anyway, a little bit later, and at this point I was coaching on my own. I was coaching. I didn't have a system in place. I was just telling people how to eat, what to eat, exercise, and things like that. And supplementing was important, which we'll talk about in a second. But anyway, I didn't believe in diets, and I still don't. Diets are horrible. They actually destroy your metabolism and throw your body into fat storage mode by tricking your body into thinking it's starving. So anyway, I didn't believe in diets. And somebody told me, you've got to come to this training. I mean, it was marketed as weight loss. And I'm like, nope, don't want to go, don't want to go. I went anyway, and they talked all about regulating blood sugars and how by regulating blood sugars, you are in fat burning mode. You burn fat, you increase muscle, you have a better body composition of lean muscle to fat. So you're a fat burning machine, and it can correct your metabolism and your hormones and everything. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I subconsciously knew all this, but I didn't have a system in place to teach it. And I'll be talking about that system in a little while because I love it. And I've been using it for over 20 years when it was very first developed by Dr. Sherry Lieberman. So I've been through all the evolution of that system. But backtrack a little bit, prior to getting married, and the reason I was diabetic is I was a little bit of a party girl. I'm not proud of it, but the reason I tell you this is because the majority of the nutrients I consumed, even though I was reading vitamin books. Like a friend of mine said, geez, you eat pretty healthy and you're pretty healthy for someone who drinks so much. But anyway, I consume mainly carbs, and my poor little pancreas couldn't keep up with all that insulin production. So then when I got pregnant with my third, my pancreas said, you know what, we're not helping you anymore. So I had to make some changes. Didn't understand them totally from the pregnancy, but then after I learned about regulating blood sugars, my health and wellness and that of my family, there they are, changed. Honest to Pete. The things we think we know. And actually what I always say is, you don't know what you don't know. If exercise and eating well were good enough, everybody would be thin and happy. I think that's in one of my slides. I'm getting ahead of myself, but it's true. I thought I was eating well because I was going by the food pyramid, eating all those grains and carbs. We don't need grains. All right. I have 22 years of coaching that I want to give you in like a half an hour. So I'm going to be getting off on tangents and then reining myself back in. There's lots to tell. I'm keeping it brief. And I do a lot of little freebies too. So if you are not on my email list or following me on social media, which I'll also get to in a little while, do it, because I offer a ton of freebies outside of my programs. Anyway, here's my family. My handsome husband, Danny. He's so sweet, such a good daddy and husband. My oldest, Andy, he's 27. My sweet Haley, who's 25, and my sweet Sarah, who's 22. I'm getting emotional. So I'm older. I was 40 when I had this one. I'm 62 now. And they're not getting married now, and I have grandchildren. I want to be alive, but not just alive. I want to live a good, healthy senior life. I want to be able to play with those grandchildren on the floor and get back up. I want to have a vibrant, good life till the day I die. And I want them to also, I know that the food we're consuming is not real food. And I've taught them that. Do they listen to their mother all the time? No, because they're in their 20s and they think they know better than me, but they'll come back to it. You just watch. Anyway, but I can only impact so many through them. If I can change the health of one person and they can refer me to somebody else, there's that effect. I've gone digital recently, which is a big stretch for me. Sarah's my actual digital YouTube producer and social media manager. She's helping me because it's way out of my comfort zone, because I can't get to enough people just here locally. I miss doing classes in person. I can't even tell you, because I would cook for people, which is now why I'm doing the YouTube, because that's my way of compensating for being able to cook for my classes. I miss it, but I was limited to how many people I could reach. This is why I'm going digital. This is why I'm doing the YouTube channel. And this is why I'm talking to you right now. If you are not feeling amazing, I want to be able to help. And my biggest reward is the phone call. I've never felt better. Cancer survivors who tell me that. I'm going to show you. Let's show you some of these people before I start getting all emotional. This is Maggie. She's also about my age. She was able to do this in 5 weeks, you guys. 5 weeks. This is what I was going to say. So Aaron, his mom has been a loyal client of mine forever. And you might say, why would she keep coming back as a loyal client if this works? Because sugar is a drug. Our habits die hard, let me tell you. And she basically uses it as a reset when she feels she's getting a little off track. And she's been able to maintain for about 20 years. Her husband does the program every once in a while. I just saw him the other day. He and my husband are very involved at the American Legion Post here, veterans. And he's like, I love this program. When I feel like I'm just getting a little off, it's so easy to pull the reins in. And I've learned so much that is now my information. Well, they took Aaron through the program after he graduated from high school and put on some weight. And he lost so much weight and gained so much confidence, he joined the Air Force. So, and that makes me cry because I saw this little boy grow up. So this makes a difference and makes an impact. And I love that. That's why I do it. This is Sergio. He found me on my YouTube channel from Utah and said, I love your style. Will you coach me? And we got him down. Nicest guy in the world. And then a year later, he redid it again because he started getting off track. But each time you redo it, you get better and better and better. So it's not the program that doesn't work. It's the sugar addictions, the addictions, and the habits that die hard. But these are some of my personal clients who've had amazing results. But that's important for me. What I want is to make an impact for everybody to be happy and healthy in this world that's getting so crazy right now. So what do people really want? They want to feel, again, I'm going to be reading these, you guys, so you can take pictures or whatever. Don't read them along if you don't want to. But I wanted to make sure I know what you want. You want to shrink. Everybody wants to get smaller. I refuse to talk about losing weight. Weight's a deceptive measurement. It's a liar. If you have a scale and you use it, throw it out, please. Okay. Most people want to be leaner. They want to get rid of the fat, increase muscle, but they don't want to feel like they're dieting, and you don't have to. Eating well is not a struggle. Eating well is eating good, tasty, yummy food. I'm going to teach you how to do that. We also have to change what you think is healthy and isn't. We have to change what you think about certain foods. So a lot of that is part of this program. People want to, I just said that. You don't want to feel deprived, and you shouldn't if you're nourishing your body and eating well. People want to be able to socialize, go out, have some cocktails, dine out, even maybe sometimes go through a fast food restaurant. I tell you how to do that and not feel like they're cheating, like they're sabotaging, they feel guilty. They don't want to feel singled out. One of my clients, and I had to correct what she said, was invited out to lunch, and she said, I can go, but I'm on a diet. I'm like, oh, don't say you're on a diet. You're changing the way you're eating. Just say, I can go and order healthy food. See, we have it in our head that we can't go out to eat and eat well. When I say well, I mean healthy and tasty, delicious food. We can. The restaurants adjust everything if you ask them to. We can participate in any party, any social function with a few tweaks and without thinking, oh, poor me, blah, 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 blah. We need to embrace and welcome and be proud of taking control of our health and wellness. Most people want it to be easy. And I'm going to tell you, not everything is easy. There's going to be some struggle in the beginning, maybe, depending on how addicted you are, but it does become easy. I wish I could have, that's what I should do. I'm going to get a testimonial. I'm going to do a testimonial video of all my clients who are available, who will come on and say, it is easy once you get through that first month. And then people want results. Well, guess what? I deliver results. You can expect reduced, just listen to this. This is from 12 weeks. And we can cut it down. The results are relative to how much time you invest. Reduced inflammation, which means less aches and pains. You get increased energy and stamina, means reduced fatigue. So if you're tired, how would you like to have energy all the time? Balanced hormones, which means less brain fog, better sleep, the ability to deal with stress, all the things that come with balanced hormones. Increased muscle, less fat. We talked about that. We lose about an average of 2 inches in the waist in that first 30 days, and then it just gains momentum after that. But that's a good average. Some people a little more, some a little less. Your immune system is strengthened. You have more flexibility for working out, increased strength, muscle. Your bones get stronger. You have an increased sense of well-being because you've accomplished something. You have ownership, and you can be proud of being healthy and youthful and having vitality and energy. Increased sense of awareness of what you're eating, what you're doing, what you aren't eating, and what you aren't doing. We cover it all. And see, my little notes are covered, even though I should know what this is. Hold on. Increased youthfulness. Oh, of course. And then, of course, we're going to reduce aging. I'm all about anti-aging. And when you nourish your body, you do reverse the aging process. Okay, now I lost my little clickers thing again. I mentioned the system. So how do I do this? It's that system I talked about earlier that I learned about 20 some years ago, TLS weight loss solution. I call it a wellness solution. And it is really about living a lifestyle for optimal health more than weight loss. We're going to talk about fat loss and inch loss, but it's something that you have to own, that you really have to embrace. So what is this system? I got to change it. I can't legally change it to wellness solution, but I want to. So let me just keep saying that. Don't think about weight. So it's a comprehensive, and I'm going to tell you how comprehensive it is, customizable, science-based, this is what you want, people, program that is designed to fit your personality, your goals, your commitment level, and your budget. I'm going to make recommendations based on my experience and what I know is proven to work. And then you have to make the choices. But when you follow this system and you follow what we teach you, you can be guaranteed a lifetime of lean, mean muscle machine body mass. I'm not talking about weight. All right, here's the components that this solution embraces. Education, 13 weeks of full education. And I'm going to go through them all. Low glycemic impact eating foods that do not have an impact on your blood sugars, so you do not have an insulin response. We focus on body composition, getting rid of fat, increasing muscle. We don't worry about weight. Isn't that liberating right there? We worry about size. And science-based supplementation, things that actually support your body's ability to function properly. And if you're over 40, I'm 62, so I see the changes that happen. And you know, my demographic is pretty much aging women, but let me tell you, you saw a bunch of men. You saw more men on my testimonials than women, because women won't give you pictures, that's why. My market is women. But what was I getting at? Oh, as we age, men and women, we can't eat enough or the right things to support those hormonal changes. That's where we need some help, and the pancreas and everything else. Truth is, if all we had to do was eat well and exercise, we'd all be skinny and happy. I said that before. We don't really know what eating well means. Like I said, you don't know what you don't know. We confuse activity with exercise, and we need the supplements and the education to encourage proper actions, to encourage the right choices, to encourage developing healthy habits and believing in ourselves, and to then regulate blood sugars and change our body composition so we're lean, mean muscle machines. Your life will not get better by chance. It gets better by change. There's that saying, insanity. If you keep doing what you've been, if you keep doing what you've done, how's that go? If you keep, gosh darn it. I've said it a million times and now I'm drawing a blank. The definition of insanity is keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. There you go. You've got to do something different. And if you haven't been able to figure out, let me help you. All right, so I have 3 programs. I've got full body transformation, which will get you into fat burning mode 24/7. It's a 12-week program. If that's too much for you, I have an 8-week program called Restoring Your Metabolism and Gaining Momentum. The shortest program, which is all I used to do, but have totally changed because the results we get with the 12 weeks is so much more long-term that I discourage this. And so I'm going to tell you that right from, but for some people, like I said, I'm going to work with you. This is all you can do. It's a 30-day jump start to your metabolism, or jumpstart 30 days to a leaner you. Anyway, 30 days. So every single program starts with this foundation. And then we add on the gaining momentum, the full body transformation, which is really the complete and most effective program. So what is this 30-day jumpstart all about? The first week, phase 1 is a detox and a cleanse. And then phase 2, weeks 2, 3, and 4 is fat burning and muscle building. It's based on lots of vegetables. Well, let's go through the first week. Lots of vegetables, 3 fruits, only 2 proteins, because it interferes with detoxing and cleansing your digestive system. And you get 2 good fats like avocados, coconut oil, olive oil, sesame oil, the good oils, or good fats. Because fats are not bad for you, but we just are eliminating them this first week. We are doing a cleanse, which I'll talk about in a second. Then when you go into phase 2 and you really want to get into that fat burning mode, we up our protein, we double it to 4 servings. And the reason is muscle dictates metabolism and protein feeds muscle. If you go without that protein for too long, basically more than a week, you're going to start storing fat, and we can't let that happen. So we up the protein, we keep the veggies up, we eliminate the fruit to get that extra sugar out. We're really going to be fat burning, and you keep those good fats at 2 good fats. Lots of water during this, lots of motivation, encouragement, education to keep you in the game. Not that hard. I'm telling you, I do it all the time. I like doing it because I feel so freaking good after that first week when you get all the junk out, the cleanse, the toxins, everything. And then you just feel like I said, like a fat burning machine those next few weeks. Why is this piece so important? Because this is what lays the foundation to the other programs. It starts to break your addictions. That first week, and let me also tell you, the first week, there's no coffee, no alcohol, no dairy, no grains, no sugar. So none of that added stuff, just so you know. So there is a little bit of withdrawal, and but we get you through it. I've got all the tips and tricks that come in the actual coaching. I just kind of want to give you an overview right now. But it breaks these addictions. It curbs that need for sweet tasting food, cleanses your palate so you can taste food for what it is. It's not blunted by all the preservatives and additives and in anything that's packaged. We're eating good, fresh, real food. And it heals and cleanses the digestive system to get everything out of the colon, everything out of the liver, everything out of your body. So you are starting fresh. And yeah, I thought something. So real quick on the digestive system. If we are eating a lot of carbs or pasty food, we are not eliminating properly. Even though you're pooping every day, you're not getting it all out. Your body can't. We have to clean it with that roughage and those veggies. The average American does not get 30 grams of fiber a day, and that's what this program is based on. Protein and fiber. Protein and fiber. You need 30 grams a day to keep that moving. And so when you eat, it goes into your gut. Your stomach releases acids to digest the food. It breaks it down into a liquid, isotonic capable form called chyme that drops into your small intestine, which is this one, where the nutrition is absorbed. Now, if you were to cut open your small intestine and lay it out, it would cover a football field. That's how big it is. And there's these little fingers in there called villi. And these little fingers are free flowing, and this chyme, that liquid food, flows through, and these little straws suck all the nutrition out. What's left is waste. That waste goes into the colon and you poop it out. Okay, that's your poop. That's your fecal matter. Now, if we don't have enough fiber, it won't all come out, and it builds up in the colon and becomes very toxic. Your colon will stretch, so you wouldn't even know there's buildup there. You're going to keep pooping, but it's building up. So this 1 week cleanse literally gets everything out, and the toxins included. And it also cleanses the liver, because here's what our villi look like from being all gunked up, glued together. So even if you're eating well, all that's flowing over the top and only absorbed by the little tippy tips of the villi. It's not getting in between here. So you might be eating good food, but you're not absorbing any nutrition. We got to get those cleaned up. So this 1 week of cleanse gets the poop out. It frees up the villi. So you have nutrition sites that can actually absorb nutrition. Get excited about this stuff, you guys. Once we do this and incorporate low glycemic impact eating, or glycemic index, we were actually talking about impact, so we'll just say low glycemic eating. While you're cleaning this out, you are also regulating blood sugars. Now, before you regulate your blood sugars, most Americans have blood sugar spikes. We throw them into fat storage. They get an insulin response. Insulin eats up the sugar. Boom, now you crash. And now you're in low blood sugars, craving, and you're storing fat. And your body will tell you to eat something that will rise your blood sugars without you even consciously thinking about it. Have you ever woke up in the middle of the night and gone and drank orange juice out of the fridge? Or you're not even thinking about it 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but you have a candy bar for the sugar high? You've just destroyed your metabolism. And here's a tip. Here's a tip you can take to the bank. The first thing you consume in the morning will set your metabolic switch for the day. If you eat something sugary, carby, something that rises your blood sugar, you are in fat storage all day. Even if you eat broccoli all day, you'll store any excess as fat. If you eat protein or vegetables, mainly high fiber vegetables and protein, you are in fat burning for the day. So there are a lot. And then in my classes, you learn how to lower the glycemic impact of foods and things like that. But the goal is you want to get your blood sugars regulated so you are fat burning all the time. No spikes, no crashes, no spikes, no crashes. And that's what this first 30 days does. Then what happens is you start getting rid of the fat. And instead of having a slow metabolism with more fat and less muscle, you're going to have a healthy metabolism with some lean muscle and very little fat. Tell you what, I'd rather be large and fit than skinny and fat. And I used to be skinny and fat. Yes, I did. We include this jumpstart kit with that 30-day program, with all of them, but they all start on that 30-day foundation. And that's pretty much the only thing I don't like to customize. We start customizing after that because it's so important to follow this closely. And what's included are isotonic, so like that chyme, isotonic capable pre-digested supplements that nourish your body while you're making these changes. You get a NutriClean colon and digestive cleanse kit that includes fiber powder, 10 grams of fiber that tastes great. You can make really good healthy lemonade. Another little trick of mine, find it on my YouTube channel. Hepatocleanse, which cleans out the liver, and release tabs, which helps peristalsis and move that build up poop out. Then you get 2 shakes, chocolate and vanilla, because phase 2, you have 2 shakes a day, and this gives you protein and fiber and tasty. We can make pancakes with it, cupcakes, cookies, chai tea, cafe mochas. Oh my gosh, you can make so many things. So you're not craving. This is what I'm talking about. You eat so well in these 30 days that you are not going to believe that you're actually changing your body composition until you go to put on some clothes and they're big. And then we also have core. Core is amazing. Core works with our leptin receptors that tell us when to stop eating. We're an overeating society. Most of us have a lot of ghrelin and leptin hormones you learn about in our system, and this reactivates our leptin receptors so we don't overeat. It curbs appetite, and it also helps us digest carbs properly so we do not store them as fat but use them as energy. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about science-based supplementation. These are all things that you can't get from food that are going to support this 30-day jumpstart to your metabolism and get your body functioning better. They're accelerators. That's what I call them. They're accelerators. Because if you wanted to do this with food, it would take too long and you'd give up. It would be hard. It would be a struggle. This makes it enjoyable and doable. So in addition to the 30 days, we have live Zoom sessions like this, weekly videos, educational videos. You get a health guide and journal for free. It's like 300 pages. You get emails on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. For the first 4 weeks, you learn about low GI eating, how to read labels, improving your metabolism, and exercise and body composition. I put you on a text group with motivations every day and affirmations, tons of recipes, recipe books, and my cooking videos. And then accountability. And that's the biggest thing, you guys, is being accountable to somebody. I need it too. I'm telling you, if I'm not in a group where I don't have to account to somebody what I did in the week, I might, I'm a pretty good eater. I'm not much of a cheater, but I might cheat. I'm more likely to. Let's put it that way. Every time I move something, my clicker goes off. Restoring your metabolism, gaining momentum, that 8-week program includes that 30-day jumpstart, but then we add on 4 more weeks of lives and more education. So 9 total weeks. Now we're getting help planning and dining out. Boy, these little videos and chapters in that health guide are power packed. Power packed. This is another reason people keep coming back, because you can only absorb so much that first time. The second time, you swear to God, they never said it the first time, but they did. This happens to me too. Nutrition, proteins, fats, and carbs. There's good and bad protein. There's good and bad fats. There's good and bad carbs. You must know the difference so you can choose properly and choose foods that are going to support health, a healthy body, young body, a non-inflamed body, and a clear mind. All right, creating healthy habits. This is where I am with my group right now. This was a good one. Well, actually, we just finished that. A lot of people think, here's a little tip, something we talked about, that they're craving something when really it's a habit. Like you might be craving a bedtime treat, but are you really, or is it just a habit that you're used to having something? You might think you have to have dessert because you've always had it. You're not really craving it. Just don't do it. Anyway, now I'm getting into training. Sorry. And then believing in yourself. So now the second stage, we start working with the mind. Because if I just tell you what to eat, you don't really own that. It's easy to stop doing that. Now, if you understand how you respond to things, it's more likely you're going to stick with it. This is why the 12-week program is so awesome. All right, I always have to throw these little inspirations in here. You'll never change your life until you change something you do every day. Here's what we were just talking about. That's why I had to throw it in. With the good, healthy habits. The secrets of your success in anything is found in your daily routine. You know, it's just good if you want to reprogram to do affirmations before bed and affirmations when you get up to support whatever it is you're looking for change in your life, whether it's personal relationships, family, marriage, finances, health, wellness, exercise, eating, addictions. Affirmations before bed, affirmations when you get up in the morning. All sorts of stuff we talk about. But it's all about the habits. and choices you make. At the end of those 8 weeks or 9 weeks, that's when we do the personal evaluation of your first 30 days, the results you had. Are you still craving? Where do we need to go? And then we're going to have a customized approach to your supplementation to get you, I don't want to say faster or better results, but yeah, to get you to your goal, to ensure success. Then there's the full body transformation. This is my favorite. And I am honest. I've been honest with all my clients and my subscribers. I was lazy for years because everybody only wanted to do the 30 days. That's all I did. It's easier. It's easier for everybody. We all just don't want to commit to 12 weeks, do we? Well, I did a 12-week program and I'm like, okay, I have been doing everyone, including myself, a disservice by not encouraging this full 12 weeks. It takes 12 weeks to regulate blood sugars. Even though we have such great results in 30 days, they're not regulated. There are still some cravings that are going to sneak in and pull you back, which is why sometimes people come back. The chance of coming back after the full 12 weeks lowers, and it's going to be longer. It might be 2 years before you need a recheck or a reboost or whatever. But it is, you are burning fat 24/7 after this, and you know stuff. So it includes everything we've already talked about, a total of 13 lives and educational videos and chapters and everything else in the text group. Now we're going to get into overcoming obstacles, and one of my favorite chapters. Like, I wish we could put all of these in the first 30 days, but our brain can't absorb it all. It's got to be spread out. But overcoming obstacles and managing stress are two of my favorites. And this is why, after going through that 12 weeks, I felt so bad about not encouraging this whole 12-week program. And then assessing results and living the lifestyle. I'm gonna back up here. I want to tell you something. You all can do all this for free. You contact me. I will get you set up within the TLS system to have access to all of the videos, the health guide, the cookbooks, everything they have to offer for free. But I will tell you that every single person who's tried to do it on their own has called me and said, I need coaching. I need accountability. I need direction with it, because they start and then they stop. They aren't disciplined enough. Now, I'm not saying you aren't. Maybe you can do this. And that's why I'm saying, if you want to try this for free or just look at all these videos before you make a decision or a commitment, do it. That's why I'm telling you this. All the things I have, the Zoom, the coaching, the accountability, the cooking videos, all of those things are what ensure success, because I'm going to make sure you get success. You've got someone to call when you're feeling down, when you have questions, all of that stuff. And that's valuable. It's just like a personal trainer. You might know what to do exercise wise, but are you doing it? If you got somebody telling you every day what to do, you do it, and making sure you do it. So I just want to be transparent about that. You can get all this information for free. So what can you expect in those first 30 days? Well, I mentioned this before. You might feel a little withdrawal, or you're breaking an addiction. Seriously, folks, when you're in the program, I do a little bit more education on this, but I am going to prepare you to go through these withdrawal symptoms and break these addictions, so it's the least painful and the most effective. When you're on your own, odds are you'll quit. Day 3. I get phone calls all the time. I tell people the third day is going to be the worst. You just have to eat an apple, drink some water, take a nap, treat yourself well. Be prepared. You are not sick. It's your body going through withdrawal, like a drug addict going through withdrawal. Some people actually throw up. Some people don't have many symptoms. Don't get scared, but I want you to expect the worst. I still get calls. Oh, I have the flu. I'm like, you don't have the flu. You're going through withdrawal. I can't. I have to eat something. No, you don't. If you do, eat an apple. Anyway, I get you through it. We do a whole prep class to prepare you for the week, to prepare you for the 30 days, to prepare you for the 12 weeks. I teach you time management, how to fit it in so you can accomplish what you're looking to accomplish, because we're all so busy, right? Who's got time for one more thing to do? Well, if you want the change, you got to figure that out, but I'm going to help you. We keep it real. All right. I'm not going to make anybody feel bad. Well, if there's deliberate, like I had one class where this lady just kept going to parties, and every night she was like, well, I kind of cheated last night. Like, all right, what are you in this class for? But we do keep it real. We are understanding. We are all human. We all have weaknesses, and we're working through some things. But like I said, in 30 days, you should expect to see 2 inches gone in the waist. Then I already kind of talked about this. Now I know that I'm doing this. I can take these slides out if I do this one again. All right. And then after all that, it gets better from there. Like I said, you get great results those 30 days, but you don't have the education or form those habits that are going to sustain you long term. Blood sugars do not get regulated in 30 days. We start, they go from spike, crash, spike, crash, spike, crash to little dips, more like little waves like that. But they will regulate in 12 weeks if you follow this system. I swear to God, I promise. Leptin and ghrelin, well, I shouldn't say that. Sometimes hormonal, if you're in the beginning of a hormonal issue, although we do regulate hormones and you will see improvement, medication still may be needed. Leptin and ghrelin are still causing havoc after the 30 days, but they won't be in 12 weeks. We move into the brain work. I already talked about all that. When you make a choice, you also choose the consequence. And we make those choices every day, sometimes subconsciously. So my programs are launching in fall. I'm finishing up a program right now. There is actually, well, let me do this and then I'll say I'm not going to say what's going on currently, because you may be watching this after that is over. So I would follow me on social media. And I'm going to give you those in a second. Follow me on social media. You get tons of tips, tricks, insider information, and all my freebies if you're not ready to commit. But get on the wait list. It's at moversandshapers.com/waitlist. And that will get you on for fall. You'll be the first to know. I do a ton of fast acting specials. So whoever registers first gets the reduced prices. I don't have pricing for them yet because I tweak them every single time I do them. So they're always a little bit different. But I also do limit my class size. I actually don't like doing more than 10 because then the live sessions just get too long. So it is very limited. So anyway, get on the wait list so you're the first to know. I'm on Facebook as Movers and Shapers Wellness Solutions. Instagram is just Movers Shapers. YouTube, Movers and Shapers Wellness Solutions. And then my website, movers with the N, shapers.com. And you can always reach out to me however you are seeing this video, which is probably on social media, my email, or YouTube. I'm not sure. You can always reach out to me. There is a link on my website, contact me, or for a free consultation, do that. You can find that on my website. All right, you guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love doing these. I love the thought of impacting someone's health and wellness. Hopefully it's yours. Hopefully you're up for the challenge, even though it's not really a huge challenge. I'm telling you, it's not. And this is summer. Okay, I don't know when you're watching this, but this is being videoed in summer in Wisconsin when it's like 90 degrees. People are like, oh, summer's the worst time because there's all these picnics and parties and blah, 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 blah. Summer's the best time because you have farmers markets with fresh fruits and vegetables, and you can be outdoors and active. I'm telling you, this is the best time. Oh, but I'm actually promoting my phone. Get on and do my freebies. And here I am saying how summer is such a great time and I'm promoting a fall program. Bad thing about these lives when you don't know people are going to see them. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Get on the wait list for the fall programs and look for all my freebies on social media. There's a ton of signups. I should just make a link on Instagram or you can do them all and get a feel for my coaching, get a feel for low glycemic eating and what we do, and kind of set yourself up, play around with it a little bit this summer, and maybe you'll be raring to go come fall. All right, you guys, we can do this together. I swear to God, we can restore your metabolism. We can transform your life. I've done it for so many people, including my own. I hope we do it. Good health and God bless. Let me help you. Have a great day. Lynette, oh, let me get this off. La la, stop share. There we are. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening to me ramble on. If you can't tell, I'm very passionate about this, but I also will make sure that you get the results you're looking for. Have a great day. God bless. And click. And click.